Hey there, everybody. Welcome back with the Purplatypus is the name, and today we are playing Vetruvian. It might just be called Truvian. I don't know. It looks like Vetruvian to me. But I'm gonna be honest here. I'm not gonna be honest. I'm gonna lie the whole video. No, I'm gonna be honest here. I think Vetruvian is probably my least favorite of the factions. So I wouldn't necessarily rely on me to give you the best deck list. However, this is the one my friend who's playing the game is using, and I think I made a couple changes here and there, but for the most part, this is very similar to their list. There's kind of a few directions you can go. I think next time I go around, because I'm doing a loop, I'm doing every region, I'm going to go back through. I'm going to do a more control-y version, maybe with things like the structures, because that's what a lot of people seem to like, but for this one, we're going with a deck called Blow Them Away. It's a lot about Blast, right? We have got the Blast is a very, very powerful keyword. It doesn't appear very much. I think it's on literally 3 cards in the game, maybe 4. 4 cards. Yep, these 4 cards right here. We got the Pyromancer in the deck. He is a 2/1 with Blast. It basically means you attack at range, but you attack everything between you and the target. Well, if it's in like in a straight line, I suppose. Like, you basically you attack like a rook. You know, you attack all the way up, all the way down, but you don't attack diagonally or anything. So it's not really ranged in that way. But it's a very, very powerful keyword because it hits multiple things. So we've got the 2/1 Blast at 2 mana first turn. You know, very easy to drop it down. Usually doesn't survive. If it does survive, it does pretty good though. Then we're running 2 of the Wildfire Ankh. Your general has Blast. This is really good because it's hard for them to break this on average, because you just play this, you take a few steps back, and then you attack them. So you're able to deal some damage without your artifacts being hurt. But if you're pretty far behind, or they're way out of position, this usually doesn't do that much. It's like a good artifact, but I mean, comparing it to some of the others, like, you'd rather just have +3 attack in most situations, I think. But sometimes if you're combining this with another artifact to get your damage up to 4 or 5, you can clear multiple things, or you might be able to get like the last hit on a general that's run away, things like that. So it has its uses, but it's a little, it's not consistently good. Sometimes this is the worst card you could draw, and other times I think it might be more of a win more card is kind of the way I'd put it. Starfire Scarab, 4/7 Blast. This card is pretty good, but you really have to find time to play it. It's hard to control the game enough where you actually have time to safely play this without just getting completely out-tempoed. This guy doesn't do anything when he comes into play. He's not the easiest to remove, though, and when he's in play, he does good work. But sometimes, if you're not being aggressive and getting those mana gems, getting him down late could just be like, they're doing more powerful stuff at this stage of the game. But if you can get this down early, I think this is a good card. But most of the time I try to play it, I either can't because I'll just die and I have to spend removal to get rid of stuff, or it's just not going to be impactful enough. Or it's like on turn, you play it for 5 mana, and then there's very efficient removal to just get rid of it. So it's a high risk, high reward kind of card. Ocerix, on the other hand, is kind of the opposite of that. I don't think this card is that powerful on its own. The 7 mana 8/6 Blast like is good, but this thing is at this stage of the game at 7 mana, this thing is very easy to remove. But he does give your general double damage. So if he does get a chance to attack, that's very good. But really what he's doing, we have a lot of artifacts in this deck. We've got the Hexblade to give ourselves 3 attack. We have got the Wildfire Ankh, which doesn't give us any attack, but it lets us attack at range. And we've got Staff of Yakir, along with the extra Staff of Yakirs in the form of Wind Strikes, which are 4 mana 4/3s that equip it. So it's not too hard to get like 5, 7, 6, and basically attack on our hero. Then we drop this down, and he basically, as a battle cry, deal a bonus 6 damage to the enemy general. So that could be a pretty good way to use some removal, get some stuff, get a good hit on the general. Not usually that impactful. I wouldn't recommend running probably more than 1. This is usually a card you don't want, but sometimes it is that little bit of reach that is good. Outside of that, we're kind of running into some pretty basic stuff. Scion's First Wish is very good. It just replaces itself. It's a mana, makes a minion harder to remove, makes it trade better. If it could trade and live, then they have to trade a card to get rid of it, an attack to get rid of it, or something. That's just good. You want things that live with at least 1 HP. It replaces itself, so you can sometimes go Scion's Wish into then making a big play. Like, it'll help you cycle through your deck faster. Cosmic Flesh, 1/3 and Provoke. This card I think is good on paper. I don't think it's good in this shell. We don't play enough creatures where we get enough removal out of them. So typically when I play this, it just gets dispelled. I think you need to play higher threats, and then this comes down later for like a really powerful unsuspecting provoke and combo with like a 4-drop or something like that. I think it's a good card. I'm not in love with it in this. It being twice as expensive and not replacing itself like Scion's First Wish. And the provoke is good, but it's like, it's just less good than I thought it would be in this deck. Healing Mystic, this is just a good card. 2 mana, 2/3. It means it gets its job done. It goes up, it smacks some things. If you play it on turn 1, that's fine. You don't get a heal. You play it later in the game, you want the heal, and it's like an okay body. That it doesn't die to a general attack, meaning they have to do something else besides just attack it with the general usually in order to get rid of this, meaning it is, if it does stay alive, it's a great spot, you know, to put in your different buffs and whatnot. Staff to Yakir, we talked about Astral Phasing. This is a card that I think is actually better than I thought it would be. This is one of my favorite cards in the deck, probably. Give a minion +0, +6, and flying. It sounds silly, but I don't know if you know how much +6 is until you actually see it. But like, even the shitty Healing Mystic, right? This goes up to a 2/9 with flying. This thing could just be everywhere. It goes anywhere it wants, and it just sits there and tanks. It's very, very good. It's really good on the Pyromancer. That way you get a 2/7, and you can put them into safe spots, and you can always attack exactly where you want. Very good in conjunction with Blast, but also it just like, it basically forces them to use removal, or this thing is just going to stick around forever. So I actually really like Astral Phasing a lot, more than I thought. Venom Toth, more of a tech pick, just for looking for a flexible 3 spot. Same with Wings of Paradise. This is just deals damage when they summon. This gets extra strength when you replace. Never actually played Wings of Paradise in any of the games I recorded, so definitely these are optional. A few cards that aren't going to be optional are coming up though. Emerald Rejuvenator, this is a card that's very strong. I don't love playing it, but the 4 mana 4/4 body, as long as you're not like behind, if you're like tied or you're doing okay tempo wise, this card is pretty good. 4/4 is reasonable. And sometimes the heal on your general is a big deal. It's like, we're playing it for the heal, but the fact that it has a good body on it is nice as well. Entropic Decay, you kind of just have to. You need to have some hard removal of some kind. Also, definitely 3 Siphon Energies. This card's fantastic. Dispelling things for 0 is one of the best reasons to play Vetruvian, in my opinion. Mirage Master, mostly just a cheeky way to get one of their big minions if they cheat one out. But also, it's not bad if you do manage to do something like a Healing Mystic, Cosmic Flesh, give it the ability to fly, so you got like this 3/10 thing, and then you could just play this. Then you have a second 3/10 flying provoke thing. You could do that kind of stuff. I think he's got probably better uses in other decks where you do more minion buff stuff. But also, he is kind of just good with our card here. This card I wouldn't say is that optional. This card is so strong in this deck, it's ridiculous. It's one of the best legendary cards in the game, I think. The only caveat is that you have to get its Dying Wish effect for it to do almost anything, but sometimes they just don't have an answer, and it's not that easy to get rid of something without triggering its Dying Wish. Right, 6 mana 5/5 provoke, Dying Wish, deal 5 damage to the enemy general and heal your general for 5. Now, this is pretty bad against Vanar. It's not great against Magmar. Vanar just has like Vanar has like Dispel. They could transform it into a different minion. They could just bounce it back to your hand for 2 mana, which is the worst. Magmar has like Eggmorph. I don't know, I can't think of anything Abyssian has. I mean, everyone has some Dispel of some kind, right? They always have the neutral Dispel minion too, so it's always possible for them to remove it. But this is a card that's really good in a lot of matchups. And when it's good, it's fucking amazing. It's the only reason I've won some games for sure. Because if the general has to attack this, it's hitting them for 5, and then if it kills it, then it hits them for another 5. It just swings the game in like a second. So this card is pretty insane. I highly recommend getting that if you want to play this kind of deck list. I would recommend changing up the deck list to be a little more tempo centric. That way you're not relying on your late game to get you across the finish line. And other than that, we just got the Wind Strike, which I think we already talked about. It equips the Staff of Yakir, and that's basically it. Dominate Will just takes control of a minion. I don't even think I played it. It's just kind of nice to have one emergency button. I still think Dominate Will is probably worse than just playing Mirage Master combined with, I'd rather just probably play Mirage Master and the Entropic Decay. That way you take it and kill it, which is kind of the same thing, right, as Dominate Will. But sometimes Dominate Will is good. It's few and far between, but I have had it be really good once or twice. So It's a fun card, but I think this card could probably go if you don't have it. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for Purplatypus. I will see you tomorrow with a different deck. I'm thinking Songhai will be my next one. I really want to play a Songhai deck, and then we'll save the super exciting Lionar for last. See you next. Magmar. Uh-oh. I think Magmar... I don't think it's a bad matchup. It depends if they're running Eggmorph. If they're running Eggmorph, I think we're in trouble. But if not, this is good to get a Sylvar or whatever. Eggmorph is, I feel like, really good because we don't play that many minions. All right, they're playing a fun deck. Does it have flying? No, it has airdrop. Okay, well then we're gonna go ahead and let's play the we'll play this guy. They could just kill it before he gets any value, but that doesn't really scare me. Yeah, I don't like that guy. We're going to go ahead and just do that right now. We're going to go here. Here. Look for something better. They have to kill themselves on me anyway. They have... we should have body blocked. There's no way to really body block if they Eggmorph. Because one of these would... we could have killed this. Stood here, killed that. They're at 20%. Man! Why didn't you just start with that? That hurts. Especially with this being next turn. Alright, they still it still dies to the right natural selection, but it's really not that bad. I think the Mirage Master is not what we're looking for right now, but we're definitely not looking for double those. Here we go. This is what we want. Airdrop. Ouch, 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 ouch. That is brutal. This is 3, 4, 5, right? That's a 2-7, buddy. I think it might have been better to play the healer. I'm not sure. It's questionable to me. I mean, because he just had... well, I mean, he has to get this killed for the natural selection. He could have another Plasma Storm, which isn't that bad. When you replace a card. Okay. That's sick. Hell yeah. All right. Oh, fucking A, bro. And that, of course, he had the perfect fucking answers. Oh, man, that sucks. Whatever, bro. Well, we got another one. As long as I don't have Eggmorph, we're fine. They got some interesting Mechazor deck here. So, I mean, they can kill. It still does 5 to them. We already know they don't have Eggmorph, or they would have played it in advance because this would have killed the egg. It's not looking positive for them. Yeah, okay. That does keep them alive, doesn't it? Wonder if that guy probably comes in with Summoning Sickness. Let's look for something else we could do. Hey, that's a thing. We do have Blast in the deck if we ever draw it. Like our general to be Blast. Okay. Looking for that Egg Morph, I guess. Or just for lethal. 3, 4, 5. Nope. Oh, we got it, buddy. Thank you to this giant legendary card doing all the lifting that game. Holy shit. All right, let's get some artifacts going. Champion is a great card in the opening hand. Helps keep this guy alive. Not on turn 1, but if we go first, but still. Oh, there we go. Great turn 3 play. Also a good turn 3 play. They might not have an answer for it. They usually do have a way to deal 1 damage. I think every faction literally has a way. Like Bone Splinters or whatever. But sometimes they're not into it. I think I'm just going to equip this. What are we doing on turn 4? We could play both of these on turn 4. Let's replace this guy. Okay. I think we do the surprise then. I think we hold this guy right here. Let's heal their face. I like doing this into this. If I play one now, it might be broken. Bone Splinters isn't going to hit that. We're going to make sure we stay away of Bone Splinters. They have another way to... They can silence it, like dispel it. Wow, that card is another one, huh? That's pretty bad for us. Never mind. That's pretty fantastic for us. Thank you, game. What a wonderful matchup that was. Going in the video. Counts. You earn a faction ribbon for every 100 wins with that faction. Absolutely. That sounds cool. I like both of these. You're probably not what I want right now. It's a cool card, but I feel like this is like a 1 out of 10 games card. You have to already be like winning in order to play that card. It very rarely, I feel like, is it close, and that's like the card that really helps. That's pretty good with this. We might keep the healer. I don't think they have a good... I mean, they have this 0-cost silence, but I don't think that they have the ability to just take it for 7 mana. That's pretty bad, but I don't think they have, like, great removal. I mean, I'm okay just, like, dropping this guy here. That's pretty good, too. I think we get rid of this guy. Because now I can break that next turn. They're probably going to take this, though, and attack us. But they probably can't take, like, right? Being in the center square is very powerful because you could just walk up to either of these squares. Whether or not we will... Ooh, Siphon Energy. All right, well, we're definitely going to just Siphon Energy that, give them a 0/6 that does nothing. Unless they summon a second one, then we'll Siphon Energy one of them, kill the other. Okay, and that card's... I do think this card is decent. 2 1/2s is pretty good. Mine's better. Let's get rid of one of you. We have 2. My general has blast. That's 3. I want 6. That's 5. It's not quite enough. Yet. We'll just take the 5. There you go. We'll just answer all your stuff. How about that? Have 2 mana floating, unfortunately, but that's not too bad. We can give this guy flying. Hey, buddy, watch it. Well, at least we can give him flying and he can still come attack face. We want to do it this turn, right? Because we're going to have 5. Want to do 3, 4, 5. Probably. I mean, that makes him too big. But I don't know. Let's go ahead and get rid of we don't need the HP right now. We're gonna do it. Oh, that card's so fucking dumb. Okay. Wow, that's a good turn 6-2. No! My 3-8. Oh, it actually just killed him too. Well, that's a little lame. Well, I guess we just kill this guy now, huh? I mean, I guess we just... I don't think I want you... Maybe I do. You hit really hard. Let's get rid of you. Get out of here, buddy. We got double siphon energy. This feels really good for us. This does 14 damage right now if we just play this guy. We're not falling for that. We're not falling for that. There? Why would you do that? We have 7. Maybe we save it as a surprise. Maybe we just play this card. I actually want to do it like this, I think. Let's get rid of one of these. Replace that. If this dies, we have lethal. Hopefully they don't have their third dispel. I mean, it's very possible. Well, we got our dispel. That's fine. All right, well, we always do this. Move down here. Go to 14. Not quite what the lethal we wanted, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do. Keep these guys stuck. What you got? Random artifact. Which one? They are going to break all of our artifacts. Okay. Still, this guy's a 8/6 blast. This guy's still in the way. Like, they got a lot of threats they got to deal with the remaining 7 mana. Okay. You're down to your last 3 threats. Still got these 2. It was close. Good job. But it was too much threat to deal with for sure. Sorry. Please move. Good game. Good one. Yeah, that I'm very lucky that they kind of, I won't say burned, but they used their dispel effects very early. And so they didn't have it for our big stuff when it came down, which is very good for us. Still, I mean, they got value out of it, but maybe maybe in this matchup you hold them a bit longer because our threats weren't really threats. They were getting rid of multiple cards or one card, but card advantage is not as big in this game as in other card games. Anyway, good one. See you next time. All right, Songhai, let's see what's up. These are all pretty... that card might be good. This is better, though. We need something... If we want something to survive their removal... Oh, hell yeah. We'll play something on turn 7. That'll show them. Get out of here, man. This will help them avoid the removal. Not avoid it, but just... You know, it's all damage removal. They're red from magic. Reva Eventide? I mean, you got a cool... Is it even a tail? It looks like a hand coming out of your butt, if anything. Mm-hmm. Can't wait to play something. There we go. We could play a Tooth Man. Toth. We'll play the Wind Strike. They both get removed by the same thing, but this is more mana efficient. At least we get something out of it, you know? Cool, like, dynamic shadow, though, right? Like, the shadow seems to be following them. You're really going through all that effort? Feels a little over the top for a backstab one character. You only have one card in hand. I guess I just kill it? No. This is definitely the play because they can't backstab me or it now. These trade. This kills it. That card's kind of insane. I mean, he just hits me really hard. I would like... I need one more mana. Actually, I could do this. I can go here. Play this guy here. I'd rather have this to be a surprise after flying. And we're probably going to end up playing this. There we go. Siphon Energy, baby. This card is so good against backstab cards. I'm not moving. You can't get behind me. Ouch. What are you doing? You're actually going face. I mean, that's obviously what they do, huh? Ooh, man, we're in trouble. We're at 6. Are we just instantly dead? I mean, yeah, right? Almost didn't die, though. If they don't have the ability to deal 6 damage from hand, we're fine, but they probably do. They probably got the deal 3 damage, 1 mana. The 1 mana deal 3 doesn't get them out of it, I don't think. I don't think they have the ability to teleport my minions. I think they could change the position of them, but we're all clumped up here. So they don't seem to have an obvious answer here, which is good. If they play something really big, I might steal it. They could play like a card here, transport these, like the 3/5, put it here so it attacks that, kills it in 1 hit, but that's not exactly a solution. I mean, it is. They might still win. They might just not win this turn, you know? And if that lives, maybe we get a chance to do our cool thing. What you got? Well, that wasn't that wonderful. Four. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you get smacked. Man, the Songhai is really bad against that card. At least if your back's up against the wall. That was fantastic. But yeah, I don't think they have a good way to silence. They have good ways to maneuver stuff, but once that card, we're all locked in the corner. That seems like there might not have been any answers in their deck for that card. And that was easily what got us there. It did 10 damage and healed us by 5. Heck yeah. Good game. Oh my goodness. It feels good to actually beat Songhai.